the landscape is changing a little bit in the world of baseball, and not in the traditional ways we've seen in recent years where you see the pitch clock and designated hitters and everything like that. No, no, we're going off the field for on the field, if that makes sense. Pete Rose, among the shoeless Joe Jackson, two of the sport's most famous players who were kicked out of baseball for gambling related to the game, well, they have been removed from the league's permanently banned ineligible list. So now they are eligible to join the Professional Baseball Hall of Fame, made by Commissioner Rob Manfred. More or less in the statement, he said that once an individual passes away, they have more or less served purpose of Rule 21, no longer can represent a threat to the integrity of the game, putting in quotes there. And moreover, it is hard to conceive a penalty that is more deterrent effect than one that lasts a lifetime. So basically, from what this tells us, long story short, and very, very well worded response is Pete Rose could be in the Hall of Fame very, very quickly. He could be enshrined in Cooperstown. So, Kelsey, what are you feeling about this? We've touched on Pete Rose a couple of times over the years on the podcast, but it's actually kind of real life now. I didn't honestly think this would be the day, at least anytime soon, but here we are. We can see a Pete Rose bust in Cooperstown.
Yeah, well deserved. Look, the guy, he didn't bet on himself. He didn't bet on his own team to lose or anything like that. You know, it's not like Shoeless Joe. It's not like the Black Sox, the old White Sox team that bet against themselves, and then threw a World Series.
Yeah, that one's still surprising.
Yeah, you know, honestly, it's with Pete Rose. It's like sports gambling is legal now. We see it all the time. Athletes are currently able to bet, not on their own sport, not on their own games, but they're able to bet because it's legal today. It was only a matter of time before we finally saw it. I'm glad. And now I'll say this is the best thing Rob Manfred has ever done as commissioner of the MLB, and will probably be the best thing that this man has ever done. And it covers up a lot of his shortcomings as an MLB commissioner. But you know what? I'll take it. If I get to see old Pete Hustle himself, Johnny Hustle, make it to the Hall in my lifetime, I'm shocked. I'll be honest. I will be shocked, but I think he deserves it. I think he has deserved it for a long time. Best MLB player not from the steroid era to be out of the Hall of Fame. Hands down. No question in my mind that this man deserved to be in the Hall of Fame decades ago. But here he is, finally getting removed from the ban list. I'm okay with this. I love this. You know, a lot of people might have a little bit of like something to say about this. I don't care. The guy bet on baseball, but not on his own teams or his own play. To me, whatever. Maybe it's because we grew up in an era where betting is legal. I don't know, but yeah, encouraged in a lot of ways. I mean, heck, they have
by the leagues themselves.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have deals with DraftKings and FanDuel and Bet365 and all these other groups.
Charles
It's
Barkley
like,
has cost a lot of people money these playoffs. I can tell you that for sure.
yeah, you know, it's just one of those things. Like, man, I've not been happier to see something happen in baseball recently, because this is one, and you just like, it kind of makes you relieve that one of the guys that did it the right way on the field is finally going to have a chance to be rewarded. Unfortunately, he was not alive to see it. And that is the sad thing at the end of the day. Is like he won't be alive to see it, but his family, who some of them only saw highlights of him play, will get to see potentially him being enshrined in the Hall of Fame. And that's pretty big.
We say potentially, but I feel like if we're objective about this, even if they don't give it to next year, we should see it relatively soon. To list a couple of the accolades. I mean, the still current MLB record for number of games played with over 3,500 and hits with almost 4,300, among many other things, plus a career as a manager too. Like, we won't say it's a sure thing, because we've seen some wacky stuff with players not getting in the Hall of Fame, take the sweet time getting them in, et cetera, et cetera. But by all intents and purposes, it's good to see that he at least not only has a chance, but the odds should ever be in his favor. Like, the odds should definitely lean significantly towards him.